It's St. Patrick's Day, and you're not wearing green, young lady. You deserve a pinch. I've done a lot of really embarrassing things in my life. Oh, Petunia's uninterested already. That's cool. I've done a lot of really embarrassing things in my life. I can honestly say that applying for jobs, applying for employment, it might be up there. Like it might be number one. If you work in white collar like I do, or you have a job where you've got to, suck up to the shareholders, you'll know that employment in this field, in this area, is incredibly unstable. It's like a wooden roller coaster. You have no idea if you're going to fall off at any time, and if you are, it's going to hurt really bad. Not too long ago, I was coming out of grad school thinking that I was on top of the world. I said to myself, I have a master's degree, okay? I'm like the upper echelon. You know that like 0.1% of the 1% that they talk about? That's me, baby. I got a 4-year degree from a college nobody's ever heard of before. And then I got, on top of that, 2 years of schooling from like a semi-decent institution. I am going to be on cloud nine. I really genuinely thought that. What actually happened was a lot of rejection letters, a lot of no's. Fun fact, it actually got to the point where I was going to apply for a grocery store position, but they actually required experience with that. It was not minimum wage, but it was pretty darn close to it. And I still couldn't make the requirements for that. I currently have a contract job as a data analyst for a pretty decent sized corporation. And that is coming to an end here kind of soon. So I'm going to be jumping back into the unemployment market. And I thought, being away from it for the better part of like 8 months, I thought that I was going to be going into it, be a little bit different. If everybody complained about something, and nobody liked the process, then hey, maybe it was going to change. I was really wrong about that. No, the unemployment market, the job market, is by far the worst that it's ever been. The monotony and repetitiveness of applying to job after job after job after job after job after job is exhausting. There's a guy named Jet who I just saw do a video on this exact topic who really captured the frustration of this whole process in a lot better way than I can. But I want to show you all one of the hoops that you have to jump through to go through the stupid process that I don't think that people like touch on enough. All of these companies now, all of these like moderately sized companies are owned by a larger organization. So let's say that we want to apply for a job at a running shoe company. I love running. It's been a passion of mine. It's something that I've covered a couple times on this channel. Hoka is an excellent company. I think that they do a really good job keeping their quality with their product, and they seem like a decent company to work for. So we go to Hoka Careers. You come to Hoka People on Hoka.com, and you have to scroll through how inclusive they are, how with it their company is. It's basically really trying to like upsell their company as I'm trying to actively apply to them. You don't have to sell yourself. Go all the way down. All I want to do is apply to a job at your company. You've got to go all the way down to the little globe right here. So cute. The planet that we're destroying with AI. Go to Hoka Careers. Now, Hoka is actually owned by Deckers. So you have to go to their careers page. You have to go through all of their crap about how empowering and how fantastic of a company they are to work for and how they will definitely not, lay you off. You go to apply now for them, and finally you're at the careers page. Oh wait, it's Workday. So what happens with a job that you have to apply to through Workday? Great question. Let's say that I want to be a social media manager for Hoka. I apply to this job, autofill with resume. And what you're going to notice is that you have to create an account for your Hoka career page. And I love this because it just gets your email so that way they can just send you as much crap as you don't want just to apply to a job at freaking Hoka. I'm not trying to pick on Hoka or Deckers themselves. A lot of companies do this. They're just one that I had most recently tried to apply to, but then ran into this crap. Also, I won't do it because I don't really feel like doing it. But once you create the account, you're going to autofill this application with your resume that you're going to put into Workday. And Workday specifically does such a bad job of parsing through your resume. So you have to go through and just edit the freaking thing again. So you may as well just like enter it manually, skip that whole step. And AI is supposed to help us, right? But God forbid you use AI on your cover letter and the company that's using AI to, vet you out won't contact you back. That's a big no-no. This whole process is stupid. And you know who I really feel bad for? From the bottom of my heart, I feel bad for the recruiters and the people that have to sift through these applications. I know it, and you know it if you've been in the tech industry at all. The AI companies or AI services that are used to help you during this process are so incredibly unhelpful. From an applicant's point of view, it's incredibly unhelpful because I, as somebody who is trying to get a job in the tech field, using certain softwares, using certain tools that they require, which they should, that they require as a qualification for the job, I have to trick my resume a little bit, tweak it in certain ways that the AI services that they are inevitably going to use to read my application can pick up on that and then put me in the pool of applicants that it determines is qualified for this position. From the employer's standpoint, for the recruiter's standpoint, they have to sift through so many freaking applications because of services like LinkedIn, like Indeed, are powering this to so many people. They have to sift through 500 applicants, a lot of which probably are spam, just to narrow it down to 3 people. And like I said, these AI services that they use are so unhelpful, unresponsive. It kind of makes you wonder, who actually wants to use this? Who actually wants to use these services? Of course it's the boomers that think it's the cat's knees, the bee's knees, the cat's knees. Of course it's the boomers, man. Of course it's the people that are in charge that want you to use these services. I feel so bad for people that have to use these services, these ATS services for their job. Sites like Workday, sites like ADP, Paycom, they're all crap. They're all so bad. I think the most frustrating part about this whole process, as somebody who has had to go on the unemployment line several times for elements in and out of my control, I look at this whole process and I think to myself, who's enjoying this? Nobody's enjoying this. So why is it still the same? Why is everybody still doing this? If nobody likes the process, then why are we doing it? Why can't we change anything? Is it because the process is too big to change? Is it because it's too implemented everywhere so nobody can change it? It's currently St. Patrick's Day, as you can tell from the green that I did wear and I'm not wearing right now. But it's currently March, which means that coming up here in a couple months, there are going to be a lot of seniors in college that are looking to get out into the employment space. They're seeing a lot of videos on YouTube about the industry that they're working in, and they're thinking to themselves, man, what did I get myself into? After being an adult for a couple years now, I could tell you right now that it's not just your field. It's everywhere. It's an everything problem. So what can you do if you're about to be unemployed, if you're about to be a real world adult, to try to get a leg up on the competition? First off, I would say grow your skill set. If you can learn any program that you think is important in your industry, for example, as an analyst, you really should know SQL and Excel. Those are the 2 basic requirements of being a data analyst. Look up YouTube tutorials, basic how-tos, how to code, how to write whatever, query, whatever. There are so many good, reliable, free resources on how to learn SQL in an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Use those. Practice it on your own. Get a data set that is free online. Download it, run it, try to run a couple queries in it, and get to the point where you feel comfortable doing basic to intermediate things with that data set. Once you know that, once you know the basic skill sets, learn other codes or programs that you see everywhere when you apply to a job. Look at 100 data analyst jobs or 50 or whatever. Gather the programs that they're always looking for the entry-level positions, and then just keep hammering those. But I'm gonna warn you, entry-level jobs are kind of dying. A lot of these companies, their budgets are being trimmed to the point where they can really only hire one analyst. And that one analyst, they would like to be on the more senior side of things. And unfortunately, as an entry-level position, you're not going to have 10 years of experience. So chances are, if you do land somewhere that has an entry-level position, the pay might not be very good, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I know. I'm really sorry. And I don't want to be boomer dad being like, well, you gotta start at the bottom, then you gotta work your way to the top. You're gonna Google, how much does a data analyst make? And you're gonna see 80,000, 90,000, 100,000. You're not making that. I promise you, you will not be doing that. You're gonna be at like the 50 mark, the 60 mark. Respectable, not bad. That's pretty good. And you might get laid off 2 or 3 times and then realize that the industry is not all it's cracked up to be, and it might be dead in 10 years. And you're really hoping that the YouTube channel takes off so that way you can stop being a data analyst, grow your skill set, try to learn as much as you can for free. And I think the largest tip that I can give you as somebody who is going into the workforce for the first time, be likable. Just be a genuinely nice individual to work with, to talk with. Be the personality hire. The other day, they went around asking everybody, what animal would you use to describe your work style? And a lot of people were like, oh, I'm calculated. I'm really good. I'm like a bee. I'm like a worker bee. I'm like a worker ant. And I just get the job done. Bam, 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 bam. A coworker of mine who has turned into a friend of mine told me that I was a personality hire not long before that. So my answer to that question was a golden retriever. I'm the golden retriever of the workforce. And you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being just the guy that's like, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Because at the end of the day, after working with many people over my lifetime, I can honestly say the times that I've respected the people the most, the times that I've really sat down and thought about that individual, it was never how good of a job that they did or how quick they were to throw a graph on some data set. No, it was just, were they a good person? And my last thing that I want to wrap this video up with, you're going to get rejected quite a bit, and it's going to feel like nobody wants to hire you. It's going to feel like all of that work, all of that 2, 4, 6 years of extra schooling that you did is all for naught. I've been there. I've felt that. I can tell you right now, you are a very smart person. You are a very good person. You need to have that confidence with you. You're going to get rejected a lot. Don't let it get to you. Don't let these stupid computers and AI services let you feel any different. They don't deserve your tears. They don't deserve your frustration. They don't deserve your sadness. You need to go into the workforce with the same mentality that these robots have. Cold and just focused. That's it. Just do the thing. Be a likable person, but don't let it get to you. It's not personal. The job process, the job application process is monotonous. It's so terrible. It's cold. It's gray. It's just application after application. But if you can fight through the process, you can fight through the industry. That's all the tips I got for you. Be creative too. You need a creative outlet. Whether it's making videos, drawing, doing whatever, you need a creative outlet to exercise your mind. Read. Stay away from ChatGPT. Go talk to people. Go laugh. Go have a good time. And don't let it get you too bummed. All right, that's it. Rant over. I appreciate you watching this. If you made this far in the video, I love you. I appreciate it. More content to come. Please, YouTube, start making me money. And until then, I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna go make corned beef now. What's a good Irish saying? Go Guinness.